The rise of mindful drinking is reshaping the beverage industry, with consumers seeking low or non alcoholic alternatives driven by wellness and mental health considerations. So, how are the hospitality and food and beverage industries responding? We have the answers here with the founder and CEO of Lightspeed, Dax De Silva, here on Cheddar this morning. Good to see you, sir. Want to circle back to that in just a moment. But first, Q4 earnings released before the bell this morning. What did you like? Anything you didn't like?
Yeah, we're super excited about releasing earnings today. It's we've made a lot of progress in the last quarter. Revenue is up 25%. We had adjusted EBITDA 4.4 million. Both are ahead of expectations. So feeling good about the year that we're going into, fiscal 25. Minimum of 20% growth and guidance of 40 million EBITDA minimum as well.
How do you plan to meet that guidance, Dax?
Yeah, so the focus is we're in our profitable growth phase, and so for me, that's three things. That's software revenue growth, capturing that high GTV customer in retail and hospitality. That's 500,000 in annual revenue and above. So we've got lots of outbound initiatives, marketing initiatives to capture more of that ideal customer profile for us. Continuing our payments penetration. We've got our financial services platform penetrated through about 32% of our base. We want to get to 40 to 45% by the end of the fiscal year. And then finally, we're finding operational efficiencies across the company, which we've been laser focused on in the last 90 days, and will continue through the year. So collectively, that's our profitable growth phase. Product innovation and the customer journey are also top of mind for me as I look across the company for opportunities to continue to grow.
Dax, what do your earnings tell you about the economy and about the consumer's ability to continue to spend?
Yeah, in hospitality, we're seeing that people are looking at going out to hospitality venues as a luxury. So things like when they are in a restaurant, things like tasting menus or tapas or appetizers, we're seeing those kinds of items come down. But as you mentioned, the non-alcoholic beverages and the coffees, the mocktails, these are all growing in popularity. So that's a trend that we're seeing. And on the retail side, it's about people are staying home more. There's things like apparel and footwear and sporting goods are down, whereas hobbies and pets and gardening, things like that are up. So we're definitely seeing some trends across our 160,000 plus merchants around the world in retail and hospitality.
Is the summer traditionally a busy time for the retailers that you work with, Dax? And which ones do you think might outperform?
Yeah, no, I think that summer does definitely uptick. Hospitality, it's a better season. In retail, you're going to see more engagement on a lot of the verticals where we play, like outdoor activities such as biking and outdoor sports and gardening. So we'll typically see seasonal uptick in those places.
Interested to see bars saw the steepest decline at almost 7%. How will the industry respond to that?
Yeah, I think alternatives are becoming popular. The mocktails and so on. You're seeing bigger menus like that. We're seeing that across our hospitality merchants. And in retail, wine and beer sales and other alcohol sales are up on the retail front. So perhaps more people are eating and drinking at home. But we are seeing, for example, in hospitality venues, things like pizza and desserts, where people feel like they're out, they're treating themselves. Those are offerings that are seeing greater uptake. So in bars, perhaps there's other snacks and other things that could be offered.
How do retailers interact with your services, Dax, that allows you to capture this data on them and their businesses?
Yeah, so we help retailers on all channels. A lot of the flow in a Lightspeed platform, in a Lightspeed system, comes through the brick and mortar channel. So all of the multiple locations that a retail business might have, but also through the digital channels. The e-commerce, all the omni-channel buy online, pick up in store, all those mixed channels of blending physical and digital. We manage all of that, so we see how consumers are responding to different offers and to the changing macro. And so we can actually help these businesses with forecasting because we have a lot of the insight.
So I see that your data does show that the top 5% of retail products are actually often out of stock. How do you think some of these retailers can improve their inventory so that it is beneficial to them and the customer?
Yeah, that top 5% of the most popular items, it's out of stock 20% of the time. A Lightspeed system can help with that. We can help with identifying those products and preventing stockouts, and that actually just improves the bottom line for those customers and sell through. I mean, that's ultimately a huge value because it's the money in a retail business is in the inventory and the flow through of the inventory.
One real shift we've seen in spending is away from stuff and towards experiences. And in that, you've partnered with Myrtle Beach, I believe some golf courses. How much growth do you see in the golf sector?
Yeah, the golf industry is a perfect vertical for us because it combines retail and hospitality. You've got the pro shops and you've got all the on-site hospitality venues. And so Lightspeed comes together beautifully in that kind of environment, in addition to other kinds of resorts that bring those things together. Myrtle Beach, one of the largest golf operators, we just signed an agreement to expand our operations with them and just bring all of their different operations in retail and hospitality under one management system, which will be Lightspeed.
Dax, I want to go back to mocktails. Mocktails are my choice of drink, especially in these summer months, and they're so fun at some retailers. Do you have a sense of the margins on mocktails? Are they better margins for restaurants?
They're better margins. I mean, there is no alcohol content. There are other ingredients, but they're lower cost. So I think that mocktails are an amazing direction, and it's actually, I think, a competition on creativity. One of the innovations that we have in hospitality right now is AI-driven menu recommendations, and I think mocktails are a very popular item as those recommendations are coming out and helping businesses innovate on their offerings and their menu offerings.
What else is AI telling you about the health of business, and how does it impact your business?
There's a lot in retail and hospitality. There's a lot of mundane tasks for business owners. There's a lot of things that can be automated. There's a lot of content that they need to write for descriptions, for images, and so AI is helping with that. AI is helping with that forecasting piece, which I touched on, and it's giving a small business owner, which wears so many hats, more leverage so they can spend more time with their guest. More time with their customer, more time with their guests. That's like the value a business owner can bring to the operation, not sitting behind a computer doing admin. So AI can really help.
All right, sounds good. Next time, let's do this at a Myrtle Beach golf course, all right? Dax De Silva.
With a mocktail, please.
With a mocktail. And we've got a show. We're all set. Dax De Silva, founder and CEO of Lightspeed. Appreciate you.